Hello, guys, and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen, the channel that brings you your team every single day, no matter what, no matter where I am, no matter where I get relocated to, no matter where I end up recording from. As you can see, another day, another location, guys, but as always, dedicated to bring you the very latest from Glasgow Rangers. And if you don't want to miss out, if you cannot afford to, and you can't afford to miss out, but it doesn't cost you anything, it's free. We're one of the only channels that gives you everything for nothing. All you got to do is hit that sub, ring that notification bell. And if you give the video a like, guys, it helps with that thing called an algorithm, which is, I don't know how it works, but it works. Apparently, it makes videos more popular. It makes videos go further. God knows how. It's like a super petrol, a super fuel for videos. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Cifu this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, depending obviously when you are picking up this video. We're also going to talk a little bit about Austin Trusty and how that deal may not be dead, despite stories that he is to join Sheffield United. We're also going to talk about what former Rangers captain and legend has now been saying about Rangers. As always, another day, another Barry. Barry does not like to be quiet. He does not like to miss out, does he? He likes to be in the stories. And look, I admire his passion for the club. I'm the same. I love the club. I love the club. Love talking about the club, and I'm here to make sure that I bring you all the very latest. Also, we're going to obviously touch on a little bit of news about a former Rangers player who might return. It has been rumoured. Whether it's going to happen or not, who knows? And also going to listen and finish off by talking about the day yesterday where Rangers opened their fabulous, amazing new museum, which has been open to rave reviews, and the pricing policy as well is very reasonable, I think, for a football museum run by a football club. Certainly, if you compare it to the likes, obviously, of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United, and others around the world. Anyway, let's start off by talking about this man. The saga is coming to an end, or so we've been told. Michael Beale said, didn't he, on Saturday, that it's only a matter of time before Cifu lands and arrives in Glasgow. And he said that, it's going to be, he's not arriving just for the day, he's arriving for a long-term future. And it's going to be a bit of a shock, isn't it, for him, going from LA to Glasgow. Nothing against Glasgow, but it is very different to Los Angeles. It's nicer, for example. Anyway, bit colder than Los Angeles. Big change for Cifu coming here. Now, what are we getting in Cifu? Well, as you should hopefully know by now, well, or maybe you don't, he is a ball-playing number 8, can also play number 6, but more a number 8. He's a box-to-box. He likes to break things up and play penetrating passes forward. He's a very positive-minded player who likes to get forward, who likes to create for others. Doesn't score a massive amount of goals, more a creator and a breaker-upper of play to spoil and produce for other players. Now, it appears that he may well have already had his medical. It may have taken place in the United States of America before coming here. Now, obviously, any move is subject to any last-minute disasters or any last-minute hiccups, which we hope don't happen. And we hope that he will arrive in Glasgow either today or Wednesday to complete that final move and sign that contract and make it official. How do you make it official? Well, you make it official by being in the shirt, on the scarf, and being at Howie, or up that marble staircase into Ibrox to show that you are now a Rangers player. But it is pretty much done and dusted, and it will be signing number 9. That's right, signing number 9. What a summer. What a summer, guys. 9 new signings. It's been amazing, hasn't it? Absolutely amazing with 9 new signings. Let's have a look. There we have it, guys. Nine signings. What a crazy summer it's been. Possibly 10 or 11. You never know. You never know. And why do you never know? Because Michael Beale said so. What did Michael Beale say? Well, he said the other day that Rangers may well obviously are going to send certain players out and sell certain players. Obviously, strong rumours: Kamara to Leeds, Wright to Pendikspor, Sakala to Saudi or to Germany, Matondo possibly leaving as well, joining the likes of Antonio Cholak, who've already left the club. Now, Michael did say, didn't he, Saturday, that some would go and one or two might still come in. That's right. He did say one or two might still come in. Now, I know it's only a might. I know it's only a probable. It's not a definite. But you know what? Can you imagine it? If another two came in, that'd be 11 signings this summer. Even one more is 10. And then if you add into it Raskin and Canwell, that could be 12 or 13 new signings since January in this calendar year. That would be absolutely crazy. Can you remember a rebuild like it? I can't. I certainly can't. Not to this extent anyway. And you've got to say, you know, that if Douglas Park had backed Stephen Gerrard in this same way, would we be in this position we're in now? Probably not. We probably would have 56 or maybe even 57 in the trophy cabinet by now. But hey, look, we've got to build towards 56 next season, haven't we? It's very much on the cards with the players, the caliber of players that the board have helped Michael Beale to bring in this summer. And all credit to John Bennett and James Bisgrove for what they've done this summer. It's been absolutely fabulous, those 9 arrivals. Very exciting, obviously, getting ready for the first game of the season at Kilmarnock on Saturday night, or Saturday evening, shall we say. And I will be there live, well, not actually at the game, but I'll be live streaming the game. Come and join me for that live stream. It'd be great to have you on a watch along. You watch the game and I watch the game. We talk about the game. We discuss the game, and we have to give our opinion on it. It'd be a fascinating game. And what I'm really looking forward to is the hour and a quarter, hour and a half before kickoff, finding out what the lineup's going to be and finding out how they're going to line up. It's absolutely intriguing, given this week at training, seeing which players are back, which players are good to go. Obviously, highly unlikely Connor Goldson is back. But, hopefully John Suter, Ben Davis, the likes of those guys will be over that sickness bug. Tom Lawrence as well, and available for selection on Saturday. But we certainly have more options, don't we, coming off the bench than we've had in the past at the club. Anyway, you know what? One thing that's really bothered me over the summer, over the pre-season, actually more so than the summer, has been the defending. It's not been great, has it? It's been a bit, get behind the sofa and hide when we're defending. And teams really do seem to have figured us out. Hit the ball diagonal of the left back, over the right back, and you're in behind Rangers, and you can cause calamity, you can cause chaos, you can cause comic cuts defending, and you can then run away going. And we can all sit there going, not great. Anyway, look, the left side defense ain't clever, is it? The left side centre back, I think we need a new one, at least one. Left back hasn't been great. But look, I've got faith. I've got faith in Ridvan Yilmaz. I genuinely think Ridvan can be the guy. I think, as I said on the podcast last night, if you haven't checked that podcast out from last night, guys, go back and check it out. It's now available on the channel. There it is there. That's what it looks like. With a picture of old Super Sam Lammers on. We're talking about him last night, Ridvan. I think, he's been unfortunate. He's come into the club. He's suffered injuries. He's suffered setbacks. He's fallen behind Borna. Then he's overtaken Borna. Then he's fallen behind Borna. And then he's overtaken Borna. And he's kind of not had a consistent run. And, it's all about confidence for me. And look, we need to give Ridvan the confidence. I think he looks a good player going forward. I think defensively he can get better. And I think he is capable of developing and showing that defensive side of his game. I think he just lacks a little bit of confidence. He's still not 100% used to Scottish football. But I think he'll get there. And I think in Europe, he'll be quality. Yes, I think his height is a concern. He's only 5'3", and certainly someone like Dujon Sterling, who is over 6 foot, could certainly do a job at left back. But I think with a run of games, with a run of running the team, I think Ridvan could well be a class act at left back. We do need a left side centre back. We miss Connor Goldson. I've spelled out in numerous videos why we miss Connor Goldson, so I'm not going to go back over that now. James Tavernier, huge worry for me. He's not getting any younger. He's slowed down a bit more. He can't get back as well as he used to. His defense is sometimes severely lacking. And look, I want to see. Look, I love Tav. Don't get me wrong, and I'm so grateful for all Tav's done for the club, for the goals he's scored, for the chances he's created for others, for what he's done at times. The Parkhead game last year, he was the only one who seemed to be trying. But look, time marches on all of us. We all get slower, we all get older, and we all get a bit fatter. Well, he doesn't, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying we're not the same as we were when we were younger, were we? And, we all know that. But let's hope that Dujon Sterling gets a chance to fight for that place and possibly overtake Tav this season or next. He looks like a pure defender, and that's something we need in the team, a pure defender. And I do think Dujon could be that man. He did look very good when he came in on Saturday, even the fact he hasn't had a lot of pre-season due to that injury. So, look, let's see how he gets on. Let's see how he does. But, you know, he is someone I think who's going to push Tav all the way and even push Ridvan to an extent because he can play left back as well. But Rangers do need, for me, a left-sided centre-back. Now, it all appeared to be over, ended, gone, Trusty, no chance anymore. He was going to Sheffield United, wasn't he? Well, that's what everyone was saying. Now, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. At the moment, Sheffield United are trying to negotiate a loan deal for Trusty with a view to buy, not a permanent. Trusty's 24 years old. Can he afford to go out on loan again, or does he want to move somewhere permanently and actually have a home where he can build? And we're better than Rangers. You know, at the end of the day, you've got trophy lifts, you've got European football, which you don't have at Sheffield United. You've got a more stable club. You know, Sheffield United could well be relegated back to the Championship. I'm not saying they will be. Don't shoot me down if there's any Sheffield United fans pick up this video, but they could easily. They've only just been promoted. They could easily go back down. They've done it in the past. So, you know, there's no guarantee that you'll be playing top division football in England. You could be back in the Championship in a year. Whereas in Scotland, you're playing Premiership football. You could win the Premiership. You could play in the Champions League, the Europa League. You can win the Scottish Cup. Realistically, with Sheffield United, you're not going to win any trophies. No offense, Sheffield United fans, but you're not one of the EPL's big six. You're not Manchester City, Newcastle, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. You're not going to win any trophies. They're going to win the trophies. Even Villa stand more chance of winning trophies than you guys. So, look, the deal's not dead yet. Now, if Rangers can get in there with a bid, and it's a big if. I know it's a big if. We've got to raise some money first, I think, from what I've heard. And there's still hope of getting him. He does seem the best option. Well, second best option for me. Charlie Cresswell is still the best option, but whether Leeds are prepared to part company with Charlie Cresswell is a big question. Leeds have just been relegated to the Championship. Also, Charlie Cresswell has Championship experience with Millwall. He was very good in the Championship for Millwall last season. So much so that Sunderland tried to get him over the January transfer window. That was rejected. He wanted to stay at Millwall. You know, he's played for Millwall. I mean, let's face it, if you can make it at the Den, you can make it pretty much anywhere. That's a pretty scary atmosphere to play in. He looks a good player, but, you know, Austin Trusty is a good option. The guy isn't wanted by Arsenal anymore. Well, I say he isn't wanted by Arsenal anymore. It's more like Arsenal need to sell. They've spent over £200 million this summer on Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Jurier, for example. And given state of financial fair play, it's thought that Arsenal do need to sell and move on players. So Trusty is definitely someone who needs to be moved on. Now, Trusty's 24. He got the Birmingham Supporters Player of the Season last year. And, you know, like's been said a number of times, supporters don't tend to lie about players. Supporters tend to back players who try their hearts out for the team, who are good players. They don't like bad players. You know that as much as I do. You know, we've all been really down on John Lundstrom, on Borna Barisic, who haven't been great the last 18 months, have they? So, you know, we wouldn't give them a supporters shield, for example. But, you know, he is someone who won that supporters trophy. He's quick, he's strong, he's aggressive. He's a good player. And I would really like to see Michael Beale at least try and get in there and offer him something different, offer him a permanent move, offer him a permanent home here at Rangers, and offer him a chance of playing first-team football, European football, and trophy challenging football as well. Trusty, I think, would be someone we could really trust in, forgive the pun, if we got him into the club. And if not him, Charlie Cresswell. I don't want to see Panzo, guys. Panzo, look, I know in the past I've talked to some COD fans who like him. I'm talking to even more COD fans who really don't like Panzo. You know, that think he's a bomb scare, that think he takes too many risks, that just don't rate him as a defender. Do we really need another one of those? No, we need someone who's going to come in, challenge straight away. We need strength in depth, in terms of quality in depth, not just another body through the door. And that's what someone like Cresswell or Trusty would provide. So for me, it's got to be Trusty or Cresswell that we bring in to really. But we do need, I think, to strengthen that defense. It does not look clever at this moment in time. Okay, it's time. It's Barry time. Yes. Look, it wouldn't be a video without it being Barry time. Perhaps I need to open a permanent slot on the channel called It's Barry Time. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, it's Barry time. Barry loves to talk about Rangers. And look, this guy was a Rangers legend, wasn't he? He wore his heart on his sleeve. Yes, I know he left, but he came back. And I think, you know, we kind of forgot how good he was until he'd gone. And he was a great player, a fantastic player. A Rangers man, wasn't he? Now, he's been talking about the likelihood of Michael Beale bringing in new players and the need that he has to bring in new players, which obviously Michael Beale did say, didn't he, a little bit in that press conference post Hoffenheim. This is what old Barry has had to say about the situation. Here we go. He said, some of the goals they have conceded in pre-season have been worrying. I seen Michael Beale's interview and he wasn't happy with the 2 goals they lost in the first half. They were poor, no doubt about that. They need to clean up that quickly because they need to be defensively strong. Obviously, talking about those goals that we conceded at Hoffenheim that were just absolute, just hand in the head. Hand in the head? No, head in the hands, even hand in the head. I'm talking to Willy Wonka. Reverse it. Stop it. Reverse it. Yeah. Yeah, he's right. You know, at the end of the day, we lost those goals. We were shocking. The defense was shocking, and we do need to clean up. We do need to be defensively strong. We cannot afford to just worry about, you know, to have that worry that we can't keep clean sheets. Look, I get it. Livingston, St Johnstone, Ross County, Dundee, those teams, not really a worry, not really a concern. You know, it's going to be Aberdeen and the Hearts and Hibs to a lesser extent. Celtic in Europe, that is more the big concern for that defence. I think defensively, even if you've got Tav there, Tav, Goldson, Suter, Ridvan, you've probably got enough to get past the likes of Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, Dundee, Livy, St Johnstone, all those teams. But Celtic, worry. And Europe, bit of a worry. So, yeah, we do need someone, I think, to really clean that back up. This is what he went on to say. I do think it's an area where he'll look to maybe strengthen. I know he's done a hell of a lot in the forward areas, the amount of players he's brought in there, but I do think they may need another utility type guy in defence who can play either in either fullback areas. He went on to say this. Because Barisic is one who is going into the last year of his contract, and we can't allow people to go into the final year of the contract and lose them for nothing. In terms of Yilmaz, he's not the most physical. He's really good going forward, but the goals that we've lost at the back post areas when cross balls have come in are a bit concerning. So I think, you know, Barry's clearly saying that we need that left side centre back who can also play left back. Trusty can do that. Cresswell can do that. They're both very talented defenders. And I think, you know, Barry's kind of clearly saying, and I think he's right in saying this, we do need that guy who can kind of cover those areas. I think with Sterling, we've got cover right back. He's tall, he's big, he will not be beaten in the air. But left back is a concern. I know Ridvan's only 5'3", for example. But Barry's clear, I think. And Barry's right. He's right. Right again, Barry. Not right. You're not right on everything, Barry, but you're right on this, mate. Right on this. Well, final topic that we need to discuss this morning is the opening of the Rangers Museum, which happened yesterday, Monday the 31st, to rave reviews from all I am hearing from people who went round the museum. It can take you as little as 15 minutes, can take you all day, depends on how long you spend having a look round the museum. But it is full of fascinating exhibits by all accounts. Interactive exhibits, computerized, trophies, watches, clothes, scarves, footballs, ledgers, models, absolutely everything in this museum. And look, I mean, look there, legends one and all. Mark Hateley there, Graham Soon is there. I mean, just absolute legends. Soon as the man who was the manager when I started. The model of the stand that was apparently found in a cupboard. The drawer's open because apparently there's ledger books in there. It's just huge. It is fantastic, the museum, apparently, by all accounts. Well worth a visit, well worth a look round. It's not massively expensive. Look, £10, yeah, look, I get it. £10 might seem a lot to some people. I get that 100%. You know, that in this day and age where, you know, where the price of living is going up and firms, you know, are fleecing customers, and, you know, I get that, 100% get that. Energy companies, disgusting fleecing, absolutely fleecing the consumer. But it's only 10 quid. And you know what? For a lot of museums, it costs a hell of a lot more than that. And a lot of football club museums, you're talking 25, 30 pounds to get in. And this is an awful lot cheaper. And you get some real good exhibits for this fantastic museum. And Rangers have done a sterling job. And I think, you know, again, a massive pat on the back for John Bennett, for James Bisgrove, for the work they've done. Absolutely superb for me. And like I said, I think it's 10 quid to get into the museum. It's a bargain. You know, you look around our history, you can find out more. And it's a museum you can go back to time and time again. Why? Because at the end of the day, it's going to change. They've got stuff in reserve. They've got stuff to change. They've got stuff to move around. I think it's £23.50 for the museum and the stadium tour, which is, I think, a reduction of £27 it would cost for both if you did them separately. So absolutely superb value for me. So Rangers Museum, well worth a visit, guys. If you're up in Glasgow, I plan on going up very soon and having a look around the museum and obviously taking in a game as well. Getting back to Ibrox will be fantastic. Well, thank you so much again for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. Please let me know what you think of the stories we've discussed in the video this morning, this afternoon, or even this evening, depending on when you picked up our video today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit that sub. Help us to continue on that journey towards 3K subs by the end of August. We're on 2,802 at time of recording. And two things, guys. Two things I want you to do for me, please. Number one, smash the like. Absolutely smash it. And number two, remember, we are the people.